Is this thing on? Oh. I was just sitting here listening to the radio and something came over me about the Shedeur Sanders situation, which should be a complete celebration right now, but it has been something other than that. Sure, there's celebration on one end, but on the other, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of questions as far as how can someone who was noted as having so many accomplishments, so many accolades in his football career, none regarding who his father is, but as a young man actually putting in the work, getting these accolades that he's created for himself because of his work. I'm confused. I've been listening to a lot of commentary over the weekend, but something that just came to me was this was not about how hard he worked, how talented he is, how far he's come, how far he's grown. The media has tried to spin this and make it about his father. Well, his dad said this, his dad said that, his dad retired his shirt. But did Shedeur ask for all those things? And instead of judging him based on his true character, we've judged him based on his perception. And I've been saying this forever, that your perception of me does not necessarily describe my character. And so why Shedeur's character was brought into question, instead of looking at his actual talent, you would think that someone who is sporty, edgy, someone who is on top of their game, he's constantly trending, you would think that an NFL team would love that. But they tried to spin it and make his actual character, they tried to spin it and make it like it's something evil, something that we weren't aware of. But this is a young man who you don't hear about doing drugs, drinking alcohol, and he likes to have a good time. And one of the things that he's made out to be is this flashy, arrogant, someone who lacks humility, someone who's selfish, which what I've always heard of Shedeur was that he was giving, he was kind, he was a leader, he was uplifting. And unfortunately, this moment that should be a celebratory moment has been turned into something negative. Now, there's the flip side of that. Shedeur has also been talked about constantly in the 3-day weekend. All you hear about is Shedeur Sanders. That's the plus side. Trending. But that's what an NFL team should want. Someone to help them put butts in the seats, right? 10 minutes of your time. Thank you for joining me on Solicited Opinion, where the only rule that applies is that there are no rules. Stay tuned for interviews, my 2 cents, conversations about intellectual property, estate planning, and so much more. Follow me on YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Let's talk about real life, y'all. Peace.